Let's fucking go! Welcome in. I am the Crypto Bull God, and this is all in the charts. If you appreciate the content like Oof does, clearly he's been here for both live streams, so he appreciates the content. Make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, drop me a comment. You gotta click that bell icon for all notifications to know when I go live on the YouTubes. Guys, welcome in 2 live streams. You know, this is a first for me. I have never done 2 live streams before. Did want to thank everybody who tuned in for the CBG podcast. Like I said, that's generally going to be a once a week thing, but who knows? May end up doing another one this weekend. So, Kyle, welcome in. Really good to see you. But we're here for something pretty important, which is a monthly close. You know, I'm not really good with math, but we only get these monthly closes 12 times a year. Bitcoin has enough price history that there's enough meaningful conclusions that we can draw from a monthly close. I think it is critically important that you guys zoom out in the charts and you take a look at some of these higher time frames. You don't pay so much attention to, I mean, it's nice to go into this 12-hour chart and we'll have a conversation, but it's more important to be able to take a look at this monthly chart here and to be able to discern what is going on, because that's going to best prepare yourself in terms of making the most sound financial decisions you can make with your investments in the crypto space. So that's what we're going to get into today. Cassius R3, you have been missed. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I'm going to give a fucking money symbol to that. Juan, welcome in again. Guys, anyone showing up for 2 live streams in the same day? Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I have gone from dirty martinis to hot tea. So this evening's hot tea, it is lavender and chamomile. This is what will help to relax CBG after having his drinks and after getting all animated talking about nerdy stuff with the charts. This will help to calm me, so I can go to bed this evening and fall asleep and wake up at 4:30 a.m. to 5 a.m. tomorrow morning and start this shit all over again. So, guys, with that being said, let's get into the charts here. So I'm going to run through the monthly charts. I don't know that there's going to be a ton of time today for a TA Q&A, but tomorrow is Thursday, and so tomorrow is all about you. So tomorrow's live stream will be completely TA Q&A, so keep that in mind. 12-hour chart, shorter time frame. Wanted to catch up on this. As you can see, we were above the 50 simple moving average. Same thing on the daily. Now we're starting to get rejected once again by the 50 simple moving average. Not concerning, not surprising to me. Rashid, welcome in, my friend. I've not seen you in a long time. I have a very extensive wardrobe, and as you can see, I believe the time we met up, this is the same fucking shirt I met when we met up, because I'm a minimalist. Anyway, you'll find some humor in that. So anyway, this is this yellow zone. Again, there's a couple reasons I came up with this zone that I went into. I don't want to have to repeat myself. But this is the main zone that I've been speaking to in terms of if and when price did pull back in the shorter term, what we could see. Now, based on getting rejected from the 50 simple moving average and along with my expectations for the month, you know, this is sort of the price action I'm thinking of, right? Something along these lines, maybe as low as down here, consolidation and getting out of here in February, right? So again, I've been reiterating this the past several days. My main expectation, there's a probability for everything. My main expectation is that price will sort of consolidate over these next handful of days, couple weeks, going into March. But my full expectation at the moment is that Bitcoin will distinctively break above and stay above the $50,000 to $52,000 area by March. Okay, that is my expectation. But guys, you're here for the higher time frames, so let's talk about the higher time frames. How did January print? Let's just focus on the candlestick. This is an indecisive candle. Now, the reason this is an indecisive candle, if we look at this here, we have a wick to the downside, a wick to the upside. The wick to the upside is arguably, well, not even arguably, it's a little bit higher than the wick to the downside, but they're about even. And then we have this thin green body. So essentially what we're saying in layman's terms is we opened and closed the month, the entire month, around the same price level. We had volatility to the upside, buyer exhaustion, seller pressure. We had price go all the way to the downside, seller exhaustion, buyer stepped in, right? So we have the volatility to the upside and the downside, and price relatively closed where it opened. It's an indecisive candle, okay? Now, wanted to take a look at these three indicators. I've been waiting for this one to fire. When all three of these fire, this is something that I took a look at. Actually, something I tweeted out just earlier today, but something I've spoken about on this live stream before. In short, when all three of these indicators fire, the vortex indicator, the trader's dynamic index, as well as the ADX and DI, which technically the ADX and DI are two indicators, so it's four indicators. When all of them are flashing bullish, we see monumental rises to the upside, right? The ADX, which is the orange line, needs to get above the 20 trigger line. It hasn't happened yet. This is still loading. This has not happened yet. But the DI indicator, the DI positive indicator, which is green, is above 20. And the DI negative indicator, which is red, is below 20. So that has fired. The only thing we're waiting for is this motherfucking ADX indicator. It's sitting at 15. Let's see. Times in the past it has sat at 15. Looks like it could take another month or two. Looks like it could take at least one more month, if not 2 or 3 months, for this thing to start breaking out above 20. Now, when all three of these items, and these other two are still bullish, when all three of these indicators, and technically it's 4, are flash bullish, again, we do see a break to the upside. Now, something else I wanted to take a look at here on the Bitcoin Monthly. No, my friend. Jorge is in the house again. Welcome in, my friend. Oof's got a few comments here. Yeah, CBG with the style. Well, you know, I like to think so. I've had some people give me a hard time about my style, but they will go unnamed. But I am quite confident with my style, and I'm comfortable, and that's all that matters, right? I don't really give two fucks what other people think. Let's see. Okay, so a couple things here. We're going to take a look at this on a couple different expectations here, rough expectations, what I pointed out here. This is the Heikin-Ashi candle formation. Again, a indicator of trend direction, okay? When it's green, it's bullish. When it's red, it's in general, it's bearish. You can go back in the history and see when we've turned red, we've typically had these downside momentum. We had a few fake outs, like fake out here. We're green. That's good. That's the thing to focus on. Let's go back to normal candlestick patterns here. And I want to take a look at the... Okay, MACD looks good. RSI looks great. I have some key indications on the relative strength index. It looks like between 50 and 59, essentially. We've stayed above it at 62 with the monthly close. Very good to see. Stochastic RSI looks fine. Guys, for the monthly close, my general synopsis on the monthly close is I'm giving a golf clap. January finished well. There's nothing bearish that has occurred within the month of January. Okay. We saw a huge rise in price, I believe, to the 48,000 something area, right? 48 something, whatever. Since then, we've had healthy consolidation, right? We rose all the way up here to 49,000, okay? And since then, we've seen a retrace and just some healthy consolidation. Again, you know, sharp rise in price coming up here, come down here, kind of gravitate and continue moving up. That's my full expectation. That is my main expectation, guys. I think people that are waiting, I want to reiterate this, guys. I'm going to continue to reiterate what I've said for weeks. I believe that people who are waiting for a retest to $32,000 to $35,000, while it's logical and possible, I don't think it's going to happen. There are way too many people on Twitter I see that can't read a fucking chart who just, I mean, literally these people cover news events on their YouTube channel. All they do is cover news events. And they're speaking to technical targets based on some other TA guy. They have no conviction to it besides somebody else's word of mouth. They haven't done their own due diligence. They can't read a chart. If they can read a chart, it's surface level. They haven't had any true education. And they're tweeting out these buy limit orders. I have my Bitcoin buy order limit set for 30, 32, 35. Okay, well, clearly, the more I'm seeing that, the more it leaves me feeling convicted it's not going to happen. Is this possible? Is this possible or even lower? Of course it is. I never tell you what's certain on this channel. I've had good calls, bad calls, you know. I am just heavily leaning towards that not happening. Okay? This is my major buy zone area. I indicated it yesterday. It looks like 41.3 all the way down to 37.9. All right? But the monthly closed indecisive, consolidate in a consolidatory manner. None of these price indicators that we want to all stay bullish or flip bullish have turned bearish. There's nothing concerning happening within the charts. Guys, you can pay attention to the interest rates. You can pay attention to some old man going up to a podium. Or you can think outside the box and you can do what most people are not doing, which is just strictly paying attention to the charts. You know where I land. Let me pull up total market cap, get to a couple questions here. Do I like watches? You know, I've always liked watches, although it goes against my grain to spend a lot of money on watches, so I've always refrained from buying watches. I've always been a man of style in the sense that I've always liked to buy good clothing and dress well, but ever since moving to South Florida, I've dressed a lot more comfortable. I haven't done it as much, but recently I have bought a few watches. So yeah, to answer your question, yes, I do like watches. Thank you, Rashid, for the positive compliment. Oof says Kush's last tweet, he said 56. He said that? Really? Did he really say that? I mean, I know some of his expectations are a little bit more aggressive than my own. I will say that. Him and I in generalities are on board, but with some of the timing and price levels, we're not in sync there. Let me see. You said Kush's last tweet, he said 56,000 within 3 weeks. When did he tweet that out? Because I'm looking for that right now, and I don't see it. He was really that specific? 3 weeks, huh? Well, I don't... Let me try one last thing here. Kush... 56K... No, I don't see anything. Well, you know, without spending any more time on this than we need to, Mr. BBC loves watches. Oh, what did you say here? Oh, this damn comments I can't see. I don't know what you're saying, Jorge. All right. For a moment, Oof, let's say that you're correct in your assertion here. If Koosh, because I can't validate that, I don't see his tweet. If Koosh did tweet, 2 days ago, if Koosh did indeed tweet that he sees 56,000 within 3 weeks, he said 2 days ago, that would be that would be by the 19th of February. Number one, I don't think that's an impossibility. I think that's a very real possibility. Number two, based on my own personal timing and what I've shared with you, on the one hand, I would say I think that's a little aggressive. I don't think it's going to happen that quickly. But on the other hand, we're talking about a mere matter of weeks, right? I've said by March, which is only 2 weeks later, I saw Bitcoin above the 50 to 52. By March, I saw Bitcoin above the $50,000 to $52,000 area, sustaining itself. So that could be any time between March 1st to March 31st, okay? So I think he's being a little bit more aggressive with how he sees things turning out here, time-wise. But I don't think it's like really far off base from personally what I see happening. Just, again, you have to account for that not standard deviation, but that volatility in an asset like this. Like, it's so hard to say, like, in 3 weeks it's going to do this, in 5 weeks it's going to do that. I try to stay away from that as much as I can. Clearly, I do give indications of timing on things, but I would say it's a little bit more on the aggressive side, but not unrealistic. So 56,000 in 3 weeks, let me reiterate, 56,000 in 3 weeks is not unrealistic. It's just more on the aggressive side. I'm a little bit more conservative. A chart shows it going to 56K. Okay. Well, sometimes when you put those charts out, I know I've done this in the past, you got to be cautious about what you conclude from it. Because I know I've put things out there where I wasn't insinuating we would hit a certain price target that the chart shows. It was more just showing the general direction of price. All right, let's get back into the charts here. So total market cap, total monthly, that's what I wanted to look at. Total monthly, how are we looking here? MACD looks great. RSI is just below 60. Stochastic RSI looks fantastic. We can change these red lines into green. Yeah, guys, we're just consolidating. We're stair-stepping up. Things are looking good on the monthly for total market cap. Let's take a look at... Again, here's what you need to take away. One of the things you need to take away from what I'm saying is if I pull up a chart, and I'm not saying too much, and it looks good, it's consolidating, it's literally because there's not too much to report on the chart. There's just not. I'm not going to start making things up. There's not much to report on the chart, and it looks fine. I just don't have a lot of value or to add to the chart beyond what it's showing. If there isn't anything exciting, I'm not going to be a cheerleader where there's nothing to indicate. RSI at 57.6. Now, this is the Bitcoin dominance, so ideally for our altcoins, what we want to see is this thing starting to turn over. In my camp, it's on the monthly, it's still looking very healthy. RSI, the only thing I'll say is the RSI, it's broken this general uptrend, and we've spoken about that before, you know. We spoke about it on the weekly. You can also see it on the monthly. We're beginning to, what this is showing you is, breaking down here, we're starting to break the strength that was exhibited in this chart, okay? So that's the thing to keep in mind there. But focusing on price action, not too much more to report over what I've said. I still think it's quite possible we could get one final wick up into this area, up towards 58, maybe as high as 60. But eventually, in the shorter term here, we're going to roll over in dominance, in my opinion. Let's take a look at the Ethereum BTC relativity chart. That's going to give a good strength for not only Ethereum relative to Bitcoin, but also altcoins. So this is a monthly view. You can see we're still holding this ascending channel. If we reformat this RSI on the declining resistance for the monthly, we're still under descending resistance here. So it just depends what time frame you look at it at. But what I would say to you is this thing to me looks like it's very close to a break. Either up or down, and you know which direction I'm leaning towards, so I'll have to see. But nothing too exciting there. Let's take a look at Ethereum itself. Ethereum monthly. Let's get off some of these charts here. Okay, Ethereum on the monthly. Okay, this is looking good. So there is a key moving average here that I've spoken to, which is the 15 exponential moving average. You can see where we closed is well above the 15 exponential moving average historically, which is bullish. The MACD is crossing up positive. Historically, when we've seen these MACD crosses up, it has led to significant rises in price. The relative strength index is sitting at 56.5. There is still a lot of room to the upside, okay? You can see we hit peaks up here towards 92. So we have a lot of room to the upside. Now, the last time we crossed on the MACD positive like this, you can see we were relatively boring for a few months, and then we started to increase dramatically in price. I mean, this actually doesn't look like a steep increase in price, but this is from the $200 to $500 range all the way up to $4,600. So again, what I view that's going on here is that we're just getting some consolidation in here, and we're waiting for the real huge push to the upside that's going to take us, I believe, to as high as close to $10,000, if not in excess of $10,000. Now, a lot of people have been very frustrated with XRP. So let's take a look at XRP. XRP doing XRP things. Oh man, I lost a lot of my viewers there. Maybe the connection is bad. I have no viewers. I don't know what is up with my connection lately. Might not be in real time. But anyway, XRP here is just consolidating. We still have the higher lows coming in here. Yeah, glad to, Juan, thank you for confirming that you're here. YouTube's really been wacky lately, so I'm going to share something with you real quick. So right now it shows I have no viewers. None. Which I know is not the case because clearly you're commenting. The other thing that's interesting is I might on a live video, it shows me when I X out of it. Maybe at the time of live streaming, I had 50 to 60 people show up. I close out, I go to my content feed on YouTube Studio, and I look and it says I have one view. I don't know what is up with that. I don't know why the algorithm does that, but it's very, very frustrating. Ever since I've returned to YouTube, I've been really upset with how the algorithm is operating. But anyway, right now all we're doing is consolidating. And I know it's frustrating, but there isn't anything that's broken down in the chart. We still have the higher lows. We need to break out from this descending resistance. Like at the end of the day, guys, this is boring as shit. It is. It's boring as literally looking at a steaming pile of shit until we start breaking above really $1.20. This chart doesn't interest me. I always say this about charts. It's not specific to XRP. I find a price target and I say, look, this thing doesn't interest me until it hits X price level. Well, here, I'm not interested or getting excited about XRP until it starts breaking out above $1.20. we get a monthly close above $1.20. You know, the last time we had a monthly close above $1.20. Look at this, all the way back here in April of 21, right? So, not exciting me. MACD's starting to bend down. We want to make some significant progress in these couple months here to make sure we don't get a negative cross down. Relative strength index is oversold. Stochastic RSI looks okay. So just consolidating. Nothing exciting going on. Let's take a look at Doge. Now, Doge, this is the Doge BTC chart, which I don't want to look at. We're not doing that today. Doge is one where I am invested in. I hold a decent bag here, and I think this thing is going to make some significant moves. We're literally sitting at just under 10 cents. I think this thing is going well over $1. Yes, you heard that correctly, well over $1. Closed above descending resistance. This is a very positive candlestick. This is on the big stretch. Did not update this. Never mind. Now, see, this is going to piss me off because Bittrex, the exchange went under. So now the question is, which exchange should we use? Because there's not going to be as much price data. This really sucks. Poloniex looks like it has a lot. So it's kind of upsetting. Let's redraw descending resistance here. You can see we have a few touches on descending resistance. We're starting to break out above it. Looks like a major area of resistance. I would actually put it right about there. Yeah, right there is perfect. 9.5 cents. When you see Doge get a monthly close above 9.5 cents, that'll be historical because we haven't had that since October of 22. Technicals are starting to pick up momentum. So again, just consolidating, not getting real excited until we start getting a monthly close above 9.5 cents, 9.5 to 10 cents. I know there are a lot of Digibyte fans in the house. Let's take a look at Digibyte. Yeah. So I was looking at the Vortex indicator here. Looks like it wants to cross up, but yeah, nothing really exciting here. I mean, we're just consolidating. And this is Bittrex again, so I have so many charts on Bittrex, and the reason is because Bittrex had a lot of price history, so it fucking sucks that they're. Look at this, more Bittrex. This is so frustrating. I changed some of these charts, though. Maybe I didn't save them. Everything is Bittrex. Apologies that I'm wasting so much time here, guys. See, it's unfair to chart that because there's not a lot of price data on these other exchanges. It's so upsetting. I'll have to come back to this because on the monthly, I don't know the best chart to chart this on because, goddamn, because Bittrex is out. Let's take a look at, let me see what else we can take a look at on the monthly. I mean, there's Litecoin. Oh, Solana, Cardano. God damn, that pisses me off. Let's take a look at Solana because I know that's had a lot of attention lately. We're going to take a look at Solana on the monthly. This thing has been a beast. I mean, I don't know how you can't be bullish about this chart. That's why I put out the video I put out. I mean, you can feel however you want. Antonio, welcome in, my friend, in Black Oil. Good to see you, my friend. You know, you can fundamentally feel however you want to feel about Solana. But, I mean, the chart's been beautiful, right? So, I mean, really, when we look at the monthly, it's an area of resistance right about there. Looks like 130, 131. There's another area of price confluence right about there, which we've held as support, which is great. And I mean, what's nice about getting consolidating price action like this, when you have enough price data and you can look at things on a higher time frame, like a monthly, it's easier to draw areas of price confluence. Case in point, I'm going to give you an extreme example. If we looked at this on a 1 minute chart, I mean, this is fucking nauseating, right? I mean, it's just, even a daily chart for a novice chartist can even be nauseating. But when you put things up on a monthly, you know, it consolidates price action. It's very easy. It's extremely easy. This is like handing this off would be like if a TA person was at a kindergarten level, and then if you went to the daily, maybe they were on a fifth grade level. Yeah, I don't know, right about there. So these are your major areas: 45, 61, 85. Okay. Once the thing is, once Solana on a monthly time frame breaks and holds above, let's just call it $130, things are really going to get juicy, because then you're talking about areas of resistance all the way up here towards 212, and then the all-time high. You know, all-time high is 267. So yeah, whatever, 268. So chart looks really healthy. Technicals look good. Yeah, Solana's looking good. Let's take a quick look at Cardano. Cardano monthly. Oh man, that lavender chamomile, that's gonna put me out. Technical indicators are starting to pick up. The relative strength index is still a little bit oversold. Monthly, we're above this 10 simple moving average, which has historically been good. The thing to keep in mind, guys, we were down here forever, seemingly, and then we made a huge move up. Mark my words, price is going to get boring in here. We're just it's going to get boring in here again. Then we're going to make a huge move up over $1. Okay, we're stepping up. Price looks good. Main thing is, we held above 40 cents. You can see we got a monthly close above 40 cents. I want to get a monthly close above this red area of resistance at 60 cents, followed by 76 and 96 cents. Okay, on Cardano. Trying to think of any other charts that I wanted to take a look at with you guys. Am I longing Bitcoin right now? I don't trade Bitcoin. I own Bitcoin. So I DCA in Juan to Bitcoin, and I've been doing that for a while. And once we get to a point where we break all-time highs and I think it makes sense to begin scaling out, that's when I'm going to sell. But yeah, I've been longing for a while. So even at current price levels, it's a longing opportunity, because if you view it going to 80, 90, 100, 120, 130,000, why would you not be buying it here? I just don't understand. Plus, that's even a shorter term view. If your fundamental view is, and I mean your technical view too, is this chart looks beautiful, why would you not be buying here and just buying for the next 10 years too? You could take a super long perspective. All right, I'm going to take your TA questions tomorrow, but that's going to do it for the monthly. Yeah, guys, we had sort of an indecision month. There's nothing that's turned bearish, nothing that's turned super bullish. We're just consolidating. We have to, again, I will reiterate this on this live stream endlessly. If you want to be successful in this market, please remain patient, okay? Especially if you're in your 20s, no knock to you, but you're especially going to be impatient. So just remain patient. Patience is the name of the game. I'm here just to convey to you what I see in the charts. Nothing has turned extremely bearish. Nothing has flipped at all bearish. And nothing has turned monumentally bullish. We're just continuing along the track of bullishness. Okay, things are still very bullish. We're continuing along that track. Things look good. Stay patient. All right. So until tomorrow, I will be back. I should be back around normal time tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a TA Q&A session. So any charts you guys have questions about, make sure that you drop on the live stream and bring those in the comments. So again, appreciate you guys who showed up, who were able to show up to both live streams. That's awesome. By the way, I did go back and listen to the CBG podcast, about half of it so far, because I was curious about the audio. The audio sounded fine, so I'm not really sure what was going on or what the user problems there were. Could have been a YouTube glitch. I'm not really sure, but when I was listening to it recorded, it sounds completely fine, so I'm not really sure what the issue was. But thank you for showing up for the CBG podcast. Thank you for showing up to today's live stream. And until tomorrow, which will be next time, let's all spread awareness and carry the education forward. Have a nice night, a morning, afternoon, guys. I'll see you tomorrow around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.